In this video, I'm going to show you how you can use psychology to stop procrastinating. And a little about me first. I'm Anthony, and I've been a procrastination coach for the past year. In that time, I've learned a ton about procrastination, and my clients have gotten excellent results. I just want to give you the exact same results that my clients have gotten. Now, I'm going to be using the teachings from this book, Influence from Robert Cialdini, to really help you use psychology. Because at the end of the day, procrastination is a psychological problem. That's it. Once you attack the psychology of what's causing procrastination, then you won't have a need to procrastinate. So, the very basic beginnings that you need to understand is why you procrastinate in the first place. The truth is that you have an addiction. That's it. Procrastination is an addiction, and it arises because of your self-image. Your self-image is just how you see yourself. Period. So we have two modes, right? You have your manual thinking mode. That's when you're actually thinking about your goals. That's when you're taking action. And then we have the automatic mode. This is the NPC mode where you're mindless. You're not really thinking. That's when we procrastinate. Because guess what? When you're automatic, when you're unthinking, that's when your self-image is substituted in. And your brain automatically goes what your self-image thinks of yourself. So this is why smokers, right? Like people who smoke cigarettes, they can light up a cigarette, smoke the whole thing, and come back inside without even thinking a single thought. Isn't that crazy? You can do something that takes maybe 5-10 minutes with zero thoughts in your head. It's because that self-image has been used so often that it's created that habit of smoking. If we change your self-image, do you know what that means? That means you can destroy the habit of procrastination and you can build a habit of taking action. That's what's so powerful about the self-image. It can either be your worst enemy or your greatest friend. And all that matters is what you choose to do with it. So right now, we need to destroy our self-image, right? Because we have that self-image of being a procrastinator. Whether you realize it or not, you've been training yourself for years to get to the point where you just see yourself as a procrastinator. And again, I was in this exact same position myself. I had to get out of this the hard way. And I'm just getting you the shortcut to get there faster. Because I used to be struggling daily. It felt like I was swimming upstream. No matter how hard I pushed, I was in the exact same spot. And it felt like I was out of control. Like no matter what I did with my life, I would just be along the same set path that I wouldn't get anything done. I would be unproductive, and I hated it. Truly, I hated every single second that I procrastinated. And so that's where I started learning about self-image and researching it. And that's what was so powerful about it. The moment you change your self-image, it feels like it's easier for you to take action than it is to procrastinate. It was like everything was flipped. And so now, every time I'm procrastinating, it feels difficult to do so. Meanwhile, it's easy to take action. Like I love recording videos. I love reading. I love learning. When before I hated that stuff. It's a complete flip that will make everything in your life, all your goals, all of your ambitions, easier. Now, Robert Cialdini in the book Influence talks about one of the best ways to change your self-image. It's through commitments. When you set a commitment, you're telling your brain that this is the kind of person I am. Because you're just saying to yourself, I am taking responsibility for this one thing. Therefore, I am this kind of person. So, any kind of commitment you make, doesn't matter if it's good or bad, will influence your self-image. If you say to yourself, from now on, I will no longer smoke. Even if you keep smoking, right? Like even if you don't actually follow through on the commitment, just saying those words will make you start to see yourself as a person who doesn't smoke. Now, obviously, at first, it feels like you're lying to yourself, but eventually, it'll work. And that's the beauty of commitments. Even if it doesn't work the first time, eventually it will. And then after that, you just have the positive self-image of someone who takes action. So, Robert Cialdini actually outlines 3 major areas of improvement for commitment. So you could just do something basic. I will stop procrastinating. But there's 3 steps that you can do right now to make that commitment so much more powerful. The first step that you can do to make your commitments so much more powerful is to make it active. Active commitments are simply when you choose to do something because of what you want to do. So obviously you can start doing commitments because the big boy on YouTube told you to, but think of an honest reason why you want to stop procrastinating. Keep your end goal in mind, because one single video isn't going to be enough to motivate you for years, right? But a single goal that you honestly care about is going to be more than enough to motivate you to the point where the commitment actually means something to you. There's no point in doing commitment when it doesn't matter to you, right? I can say, I am committed to not look at globes anymore. Like, okay, who cares, right? But if it's actually something that's meaningful to you, especially when you connect it to your goals, that is so powerful. Just by itself, this is going to make your commitments more powerful. But number 2 is really where it gets juicy. It has to be effortful. When it's effortful, when it actually takes effort from you and it's a bit difficult, that forces you to improve. Because honestly, you could do a commitment where it's like, I will scroll for 5 minutes less from now on. Like, okay, congrats, I guess. But why make it easy on yourself when you can make it that much harder? Instead of going 5 minutes, you could do it for 2 hours. And the thing is, again, as I mentioned, even if you don't reach your commitment, if you make progress towards it, that's awesome. Going from 10 hours a day to 9 hours a day of scrolling when your goal was 8 hours, that's still massive progress. That is amazing that you even got there, but you only got there because you challenged yourself. Don't be afraid to challenge yourself. Like, it has to be active. As I mentioned, but you also have to try. Don't try to half-ass this. Actually try. And the third and last, most juiciest of them all, it has to be public. This is where people will change their lives. Because when something is public, especially commitment, you feel so much more accountable for your own commitment. This is why accountability partners and accountability Discord servers and communities are so powerful. When you know that people are watching you, when you know that people are judging you for whether you get your commitment or not, that is so powerful. There was a study I recently read. It was about how the app MyFitnessPal, which is where you can track calories and the food you eat, they found that whenever people shared their MyFitnessPal, like their stats of their calories and all the food they eaten, they lost so much more weight. Like, they lost more fat than the people who didn't. Just because you showed other people the amount of food you ate, you lost so much more weight. They're literally going to live longer because they showed other people a simple app. That's it. That's crazy. That much of an effect just from making your commitment public to people. You can get this exact same effect by telling people, or this is what I want you to do, make a post on social media, because social media is going to have the most reach available, right? To literally everybody you know and people you don't know. But it actually will motivate you more, because the more people who know, the more you feel accountable for your commitment. That's what's powerful. Not only will you feel motivated, but you'll also feel accountable. You'll feel more responsible, which goes in with number 1, which you care about your commitment. And so it works. That's the crazy part about all of this. All 3 of these steps, if you just implement them into a single commitment for yourself, You could literally change your life. One single commitment can change your life forever. And all that matters is that you just do it. So again, the action step for this video to actually make a difference for your life. Go on whatever social media platform you want to go on. It does not matter. Twitter, TikTok, Instagram. Again, it doesn't matter. Don't overthink this step. And set out a commitment for yourself. Make it active. As a quick recap, make it active so you actually care about it. Make it effortful so you can actually make a change, like a noticeable, significant change. And then go ahead and press post. Make it public. Don't be afraid of overshooting your goals. And don't be afraid of people seeing it. That's the whole point. You want people to see that you're actually trying. You want the most amount of people to see that you're making a commitment. And once you make this commitment, automatically your self-image is going to change into the better, and you'll scroll and procrastinate so much less often. You go ahead and use all of the tactics and strategies you learned in this video, and people will actually wonder, how the hell are you taking so much action? How the hell are you so much more productive? And it's just because you understand simple psychology and you implemented it. And if you want my help with this, I do procrastination coaching. If you want to finally get out of the grasp of scrolling and wasting all of your time, then I can help you. I can shortcut you all of the time that I spent myself learning and getting out of procrastination, so you can get there in a few weeks to a month. And if that sounds interesting to you, then you should go ahead and get a free consultation completely for free by clicking the link in the description. And if you want to go ahead and learn about why most procrastination tactics on YouTube are BS, then you should go ahead and watch this video.